Hello everyone and welcome back to another Krebs Coho Battlefield 3 gameplay multiplayer video. This time around we're going to be doing a matchup on Gulf of Oman. Oh man, we're playing on Oman. This is going to be quite an exciting matchup this time around because, well, it is quite a big game. I think something like 40 players. Now, I think we'll just get this point out of the way. I don't usually like playing on max capacity games, like 64 people games. I know those are absolutely massive and a lot of you guys love playing on 64 players. Funnily enough, I do as well, but I actually don't prefer playing on them just because it's a lot harder to actually do anything when there's 64 people running around. So I'm actually playing on a 40-man server. Sometimes I'm playing on 50, sometimes even 60. I don't know what it is. I'm telling you guys, maybe it's just that extra 4 guys or something like that. I have absolutely no idea, but just that extra little amount of guys, it just makes it so damn chaotic that you just basically start dying so damn easily. You just die all the time. There's no survivability in what you actually do. So what am I going to be doing today? Well, I think I should actually start off with a quick message to all of you guys. Well, why? Because yesterday was the 25th of December. Now that obviously is, well, if you guys have been living under a rock, which hopefully you guys haven't been, it was, well, Christmas Day. So I hope you guys have been having a nice Christmas. I hope you had a nice Christmas. Got to see some family, got to sit around, be lazy, have some food, and all that great sort of stuff. Hope you got spoiled. I hope you spoiled other people. Of course, we all can't be a Scrooge in life. I mean, some people do, but some people just cannot be that. It just wouldn't make sense if everyone was a Scrooge, right? So anyway, I hope you guys had a good Christmas. I had quite a lonely one because I was by myself, but I actually went to Poland a few days ago to go see my family, so I'm actually really happy on that front that I got to see them. Now then, guys, let's focus on this actual game at hand. And I will be just speaking about this sort of stuff. Now, this is actually going to be a feedback episode, so at the end of this video, I'll actually be giving feedback from, well, the question that I left you in the last video. But the question that I said was, what are your opinions about the new map pack that came out? The Back to Karkand. I mean, that was the map pack that came out, so I was just wondering what your guys' opinions on it were so far. I'll tell you guys what my opinions are about your feedback and also my reiterated opinions, because I actually want to take back some of what I said in the last cast, because now that I've actually had quite a bit more experience of these maps, I'm a lot more content with them. So hopefully that's giving you a little bit of a clue of what I'm going to be speaking about. But anyway, guys, so take a look at this action on hand. Now, this is Gulf of Oman. In my previous video, I actually mentioned that I don't like Gulf of Oman because I think it's such a campers map. I don't know what it was. Maybe I was playing the wrong sort of mode. Maybe I was playing some sort of team deathmatch. I don't even know what it was, but I was focused around. Okay, so you know how this map, Gulf of Oman, it's sort of split in two, or you could say sort of three. You have the ocean, then you have this open area over here, then you have that city, Oman, right over there. Basically, I don't know what it was, but in the last video, I had some experience playing this map, just a few games, and I was in that city, and it was absolutely horrible because there's snipers on top of cranes, and they were just camping up there, killing guys. I tried to go up the ladder, almost at the very top. They quickly checked periodically and killed me just as I was about to get on top of the crane and kill them. So it's really frustrating because I thought it was quite a camperish map. Now, that's what I said in my last cast, but I actually want to take that back because that's pretty much singled out to that area, okay? You see those cranes over there in the distance. You can see it right now in the video. You see them in the distance. That's where a lot of people were camping, and I didn't like it at all because you can't even destroy the cranes. And I think this is sort of an unfortunate thing about Battlefield 3. You can destroy so much. You can destroy normal buildings and stuff like that. They collapse on top of each other, but you can't destroy cranes? Why? It doesn't make sense to me. I mean, when you're playing Caspian Border, I think that's the map, you know, the one with the gigantic antenna, the one that's very huge. Now, a lot of people don't actually know this. Surprisingly, quite a few people that I was talking to don't actually know this, but they don't know that the antenna can actually be blown up. Okay, that's quite surprising, but it can actually be blown up. I've seen it happen in a few of the games I've played. Basically, like a jet, for example, would crash into the antenna. I have no idea if it was on purpose or if it was an accident. Who knows? But they would crash into the antenna, and basically the antenna would collapse. It would literally, it's such a big antenna that it would stretch right across the map onto the highway, and basically it's cool that it can actually collapse and fall. You wouldn't really expect it, so it just really makes sense to me how a crane can't fall. I mean, come on, if an antenna so thick on steel it is can actually collapse, but a crane that is so thin and stick-like can't. doesn't really make sense to me. So it's kind of unfortunate that that doesn't work. Maybe it's sort of balanced. I don't even know what it is, guys, but I really wish they could collapse. It would make a lot more sense to me. So basically that's what I was sort of complaining about, sort of moaning and whining about in the last cast, just because I thought this was a bit camperish. But I actually take that back, because now that I've actually got to experience the map a little bit more, it's a lot of damn fun. It really is a lot of fun, guys. I mean, having the whole assault phase and trying to go about. As you guys can see, there's just some campers right on top of this building. I have no idea how they got on top of there. I'm guessing they must have got an airlift with the helicopter or something like there. But they have a whole array of guys up there. They've got mortars, they've got different guys, probably some recon up there. So everyone's just thinking, like, how the hell are we supposed to take this on? Absolutely no idea. Some guys are just shooting, as you guys can see, but I don't know. What we need is probably some sort of air support, some guys to get up there. I'm trying to get this guy in my Jeep, but he doesn't want to have any of it. So anyway, I'll just keep on going. But I take a lot back a lot of what I was saying about Gulf of Oman, just because it really is quite a fun map. I mean, the whole assault thing, going onto the beach, is just absolutely fun. No idea what the hell happened there. Just dodge some sort of mine or rocket. And basically, these areas are really open, and that's what I'm looking for. I don't want to play on maps that are camperish. To be honest, there's no maps that are camperish except oh god, what is it called? Metro? Is it Operation Metro or is it just Metro? Oh god, I think it's Operation Metro. But the subway map, the Metro map, I don't really like that one because, well, it's just too camperish, simply put as. I mean, it's very stalemate. There's too many choke points, and people just really do not move in. They just start killing everyone, and it becomes a whole slugfest of people just dying in the same area, and literally you spend 30 minutes of playing this map on that map in just the same area, killing the same guys. So I don't really know. I think I read somewhere on the Battlefield forums that apparently Metro was voted as the best map, as in the most favorite map, and I was just thinking to myself, what the hell are they on about? Is this a joke or is this for real? I was actually thinking it must be a joke, because there's no way that people could actually seriously say Metro is the best map. Admittedly, Metro is probably the best map to get points on, because I mean, you're just killing constantly, you're getting revived, so your kill death ratio is most likely going to be pretty good. A lot of people get kill deaths above 1, for example, on that map, and so I guess that's the reason why a lot of people maybe like it, but I'm not exactly sure if people are serious that it's their all-time favorite map. I can't say that. To be honest, guys, a lot of these maps are my favorite. They're really, in Battlefield 3, I have so many damn favorite maps that I can't really single one to be my utmost favorite. I mean, I love this one. I actually don't have any complaints about the Back to Karkand maps. Love this one. I love Strike the Karkand. I love Wake Island. Every single one. Even the normal starter ones, such as Operation Firestorm, is pretty good. I think if I had to say my least favorite one, probably Metro and maybe Grand Bazaar. I don't know what about Grand Bazaar. It's just something about it doesn't really ring so great with me. It's sort of boxy, you know, you're just going around in circles, and it's not really open. I sort of love this map just for that reason, because it's really open and you get to go around, and it goes into a city, and then you can be in the open part, you can be on the water, and so there's a big mixture of what you can actually do. You can go to a whole bunch of different areas, right? So that's why I actually like this map quite a bit, for example. Now then, so what you'll notice it most for a lot of time in this game, you'll actually notice me sort of cowering about in my vehicles. Now, I'm not actually cowering about, I'm just trying to be as most efficient, trying to get the most amount of points and kills and stuff, and trying to be the most beneficial as I possibly can. Now, admittedly, a lot of these times that I'm in an actual vehicle, it's the light AV, LAV, light anti-V, light infantry vehicle. Is that what it is? LAV, light armored vehicle. Sorry, there we go. Yeah, light armored vehicle. Just because that's what I just prefer to be in, I suppose you could say. I mean, I could go in tanks, but then again, they're a bit difficult to get into, just because I don't believe there's that many tanks on this map. I think they're actually just about the same as the light armored vehicles. However, for some reason, I'm always just near the light armored vehicles, so whatever, I'll go for those, right? Now, the light armored vehicles are actually really good. You saw that they had that light cannon, which was doing quite a lot of damage. You shoot quite rapidly, not as good as the tank shell, for example, but still does a lot of damage. You can actually combat a tank with a light armored vehicle, so it's kind of strange that a light armored vehicle could take on a tank? How? It just happens. So you have that cannon. You can also get a rocket, which you eventually unlock for your LAV, and I actually have that. in my vehicle, you guys probably saw me shoot it a few times. It's actually quite a useful sort of thing. It's heat seeking. You don't actually have to lock on. However, it's a sort of weak heat seeking thing, because you shoot it and it will start going into the direction of where you what you're trying to aim for. Say if there's a guy, it will start following it, but it's sort of weak. It only follows it for like a second, literally a second, and that's it. Oh my god, I'm being mortared! Gosh! I think I'm mortared on top of the building still alive. What a pain in the behind! Now, this is actually just a game that I was playing today, and everything just turned out absolutely right for it. I mean, I was getting loads and loads of points. I was at the top of the rank. I unlocked a whole bunch of medals and stuff like that. So it's quite good timing that I actually recorded this today, just because everything was, I don't know, coming together as one. All the medals and the rewards and stuff like that. I'm sure you guys will see it in a jiffy in a few minutes. Just all the medals I start raking in and stuff like that. So I was really happy with this game, and you know, it's a lot of excitement and stuff going on. So basically what's happening right now is that I am just on foot. Okay, enough of the vehicles, and now it's time to go on foot. Now, I actually prefer playing as the engineer class, okay? When I first started this whole video series, I was playing as the support class, just because, you know, I love being support and helping people out with ammo and stuff like that. But whenever it came to vehicles, whenever vehicles would start coming around, I was just like, how the hell am I supposed to take this on? How am I supposed to take on vehicles? I can't do anything. I could maybe throw down a satchel charge, but at the time, obviously, I didn't have that much experience yet of Battlefield, so I was just saying to myself, oh man, satchel charge you have to throw on the ground, you have to be near the tank, it's a bit risky to do that. So then I went on to the engineer class so that I could actually combat literally everything except except aircraft. Those are a bit hard. Technically, you could combat with them with a rocket launcher, but still they're a little bit hard to do. But then again, overall, if you don't try to mess with aircraft, the chances are they probably won't mess with you. I mean, you are a little tiny target, a little ant in this battlefield. It's very unlikely that an aircraft is going to even try to come down and after you specifically. They're more so keen on going for tanks and vehicles, and also hitting points, for example. It's quite rare you actually get killed by an aircraft. Very rare. I mean, most of my kills are just from other infantry and just other tanks. So I prefer playing the engineer class just because it's nice and versatile. You can take on a whole bunch of stuff. There you go, switching over to the gun, you know, switching to a rocket launch, switching to a gun, and there you go. It just makes nice sense. Now, I think at this point I'm gonna actually be changing my rocket launcher soon to the Javelin. I believe that's what the guy had over there. Am I gonna change right now? I don't actually know. Yeah, I'm gonna change right now. Just because the rocket launcher, it's good. I mean, the good thing about the rocket launcher is that you just shoot and fire and you run away, right? So it's a hit and run sort of tactic thing, right? But the thing is, it doesn't do a huge amount of damage. If you want to have success with the MAW, for example, or the rocket launcher, you need to actually be able to be in groups. I mean, so for example, if you had 2 rocket launchers firing away at a tank, you would just devastate it very, very quickly. If you're by yourself, it's a little bit more difficult, because 2 people in a tank, for example, could easily take you on, and they could easily get out one of them and repair the tank. So it's a little bit difficult on that front. So basically, the good thing about the Javelin is that in terms of balancing, yes, it takes a while to lock on and stuff like that. People can easily throw down smoke with their tanks, their light armored vehicles and stuff like that. But what you can also do is do a bit more damage. Okay, so the Javelin actually does quite a bit more damage, I believe, at least from what I've noticed. Oh god, I hope I'm not saying that wrong, but I'm pretty damn sure it does a bit more damage, quite a bit more damage actually, than normal rockets. So that's why I'm equipping it. Yes, I have to sacrifice doing the hit and run sort of things, but then again, why not? I can do more damage. Totally running over that guy. That guy is roadkill now. I was actually thinking to myself in this buggy, I was actually thinking to myself in that buggy right there, the sand dune buggy, whatever you want to call it. I was thinking to myself, actually, I'm actually really keen on running someone over. I wonder if that's going to happen. And funnily enough, it did. Somebody was standing right there. I have absolutely no clue why they were just standing like that. I mean, that was a perfect target for me. Obviously a bit risky for me as well, because he could easily have killed me in the driver's seat, but a bit inaccurate. Fortunate for me, I got to run him over, right? Now, just capping these points away here, I think it's actually quite equal. I can't actually see the points right now. I think it's 182, 171, so it's quite tight, isn't it? Oh gosh. So I'm not gonna spoil it for what you guys are gonna expect. You know who's gonna win, but I think it's kind of obvious anyway. But then again, it is a bit tight right now. I'm just capturing this point here, but really trying to be a bit careful because as soon as you capture a point, you kind of guarantee that people are gonna be chasing after you. How the hell did that guy get up there? I have absolutely no clue. I just went down the stairs, went outside the building momentarily to kill some guys, and all of a sudden I'm going up the stairs again and somebody is up there. What the hell? I didn't even see him go in, but he must have came in from a back entrance, obviously, but still, I'm really surprised. I was not expecting a guy to be on top of the stairs where I previously was. But okay, this is what I mean. A very open map. This is what I love about Battlefield, just because everything is so damn big and open. This is what people look for in modern day first-person shooters. Why would you want to be stuck on the same map every single time that is very, very tiny, just running around in circles, killing guys, sprinting constantly, killing guys, sprinting constantly, killing guys in such a small map, when you can play this game, destruction of buildings, having planes going about, large and gigantic open maps where literally dynamics is just absolutely everywhere. So many different vehicles, infantry types, guns, and aircraft, and all this great stuff. I mean, you've probably been already seeing it right in this video so far, just all the explosions and all the action going on at hand. And there you go, just checking my score every now and then. I believe I'm actually first place on my team, but first place in the entire match. I'm not exactly sure right now anyway. But, you know, just what I'm doing differently, you might be asking me, how the hell do you manage to actually get to first place? Well, the thing is, I've actually mentioned this quite a few times in previous casts, is that I love playing aggressively, okay? That is my style. A lot of people like to play more camperish or slower. They like to be a bit more careful. It's just not really me. I mean, sometimes I am careful. Oop. Sometimes I am careful when I'm surrounded by, say, 2 tanks and a bunch of infantry. Oh yeah, then it'd be stupid for me to just run out in the open and try to take them all on by myself. But I'm aggressive in the sense that I will go to the enemy. I will go to the points and capture them. Hopefully before the rest of my team is there. As you guys can see, I'm in a Jeep and I'm just going as fast as I can. I know that there's vehicles here and everything, but I'm just gonna keep on going as fast as I can. Just do the best job that I possibly can do. And that's just my sort of style. I don't know, I just like being aggressive and getting up in the face of people. I like going to the action. I like getting to the enemy first and trying to take them on. Not in a really good position right here because obviously I could be surrounded. I thought I wasn't surrounded, but you're probably going to see in just a second. But boom! There you go. What am I supposed to do? Turn around and kill him? I have absolutely no chance. I had absolutely no clue there was a guy behind me, but apparently there was. Now, this is actually a really fun map, as I keep on stressing. We're sort of the defending team, I think it is, because you start in 2 places. Because you can either start on the ship, where you're doing the assault sort of stuff, or you can actually be the ones defending your points over here. Pretty cool. Now, this is the area that I was talking about in my other cast. Just the city, urban area, specifically. This place where the cranes are. This place was very difficult for me to actually infiltrate. I mean, once I actually got there and started climbing up the cranes, as I was previously saying, it was really difficult for me to actually do that. Because once I was up there, I would just get killed. Somebody would just go check the ladder and that was it. That's me dead. Maybe it's the mode I was playing, the game mode. I have absolutely no idea. I can't really remember. I usually play Conquest, so I don't think it could be something else. But then again, who knows, right? Always being a bit cautious, trying to keep myself alive as long as I possibly can. It's a bit difficult to do sometimes, guys, but really, if you want to keep alive as long as possible, always manage to get some sort of cover, okay? Cover is your priority. Never go out in the open, never just stay somewhere in an alleyway. Get some cover behind a box, behind some walls, whatever. Just be careful if there's a tank or some rockets, because, well, those tanks can actually blow the wall apart and that's you gone. Now, look at this little skirmish. Look at this little skirmish. I believe that guy must have been reloading as well. He was going absolutely mad. I think I actually tried to change to my pistol, but it just didn't work. I've absolutely no idea why it didn't work. I tried pressing 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, going absolutely crazy, but that didn't work. This is what I mean. The metal's already rolling in. The carbine metal. And there we go. Carbine mastery dog tag. So that was quite a surprise for me because I actually have not gotten any medals yet. that give you 10,000 points, for example. You know, I've just got these stars, the standard 2,000 point rewards. Why not? But you know, admittedly, I don't play this game tons and tons and tons. I'm level 31 at the moment. You guys can probably see that in the scoreboard, the leaderboards. But I'm level 31, so I don't obviously play as much as other people do. To be on the extreme side, I believe I actually seen somebody prestige, you know, the eagle prestige, the bird prestige. I still don't even know what level you need to be for that, but I saw someone get to the eagle prestige and they were level 35 of that, and I was just thinking to myself, what the hell? Because I remember when I stopped playing about a month, or probably a month and a half ago, something like that. I stopped playing just momentarily for a few weeks, and I remember just people getting prestige 1 or 2, and that was it. And now there's already level 35s. It's crazy, absolute madness. So I'm gonna keep on emphasizing this point, but being aggressive, okay? Aggressive, 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 aggressive. I will switch between tanks. I will go on foot. I will fight in the tank as long as I can. I will do as much destruction as I possibly can in that tank. And if that tank starts failing on me, I will jump out. If I can repair it, I'll repair it. If I can't, then I'll keep on fighting with my gun. If my gun runs out of bullets, I'll start fighting with my fists. And I will kill as many of these guys as I possibly can, just for the betterment of the team, obviously. Just trying to do as much damage as possible to the enemy. Just trying to maximize the effect one single man, myself, can do against the enemy. I mean, I don't really try to brag or anything, but admittedly, if there was more people out there that done as much destruction as I did in this game, then it'd be, I think we actually could have just won, like, just instantly. not instantly, but you know, it'd be a whole lot easier. I know people have different sets of style. Some people like playing recon, stuff like that. I'm not bragging or anything, but I'm just saying, just trying to be really aggressive, just trying to always get in the face of your opponent. That's the whole main object of what you're trying to do. Now, this is what I mean. LAVs and smoke screens, the worst enemy of the javelin. Yes, you have to lock on, but it's very easy for tanks to actually use smoke screens, and it's very, very commonplace now for vehicles to actually use smoke screens. I personally use it myself when I have tanks and stuff like that. I use it myself because I usually get locked on from various things, javelins and other vehicles and stuff like that. So I don't really like that whole thing of being locked on. As soon as I start hearing the beep, 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 what I'll do is throw on a smoke screen, stay inside of there. And that's the worst enemy of a javelin, because basically you reduce the effectiveness of it to nothing. I mean, the javelin can't even lock on then for whatever reason, even though you can still see the vehicle. Bit ridiculous, but oh well. So you gotta be a little bit careful on that front. Just hope that people move their vehicle out of the smoke screen. So they throw down smoke screen and they start moving. Just gotta hope for that situations, because then you can lock on them. Because it does take, like, I don't know, 10 seconds or something before they can actually cool down another smoke screen. A little bit ridiculous in my opinion. I think the cooldown for it should be a little bit longer, but fair enough. That's what it is. That's life. That's life. I do know it. So 23 minutes already. Oh my gosh, 23 minutes of talking. I say this in every single cast, but it really does go by quite quickly. You guys still have me for probably another, I don't know, 15 minutes or something. As I said at the beginning of the cast, it's going to be a feedback episode. So I'll read out some of your guys' opinions of what this map pack has been so far, and I'll just show you guys my opinions and feedback of what your feedback was. So that'll be in a few minutes time. There's still a bit more of this game to go. I think we're actually winning. Yeah, we are winning by quite a lot at this point. Javelin being useful as can be. Just killing these guys and just ducking for cover when I need it. 30% health, not going to stop me. I'm going to just keep on going, and keep on fighting, right? Now, there really is, I'm not exactly sure what the enemy could do at this point. Just keep on capping. I suppose that's all you can do. Just keep on trying to take points back and hold them. I mean, they've got majority control right now. They've got 4 points. We've got 2 points. However, we've had the points for longer. I don't know. I don't really pay attention to the points, to be honest. But apparently we must have held them, the territory, a bit longer than they did if we're winning. But it's just, at this point, you just got to be, I don't know, more cautious, more aware of people attacking. They need to be more careful of people like me, because there are a few people, you can see them sometimes running alongside me who are aggressive as well. they need to be careful of us. They need to be careful because obviously they know that we need territory. We're a bit lacking on it right now, so we need territory. So they should be sort of expecting us to be running towards them. If I can't get a vehicle and go to a faraway point, I'll just run the distance. I don't care. I'm not going to wait for anything. I'm going to actually just run there, right? So they need to be a bit careful for us. Just keep an eye out for us and just kill us as soon as we're in sight, right? That's all they can really do. But otherwise, it's a cakewalk for our team. We're just sitting here, grabbing some points. Nice and easy, right? And the tank, very, very effective tank. So, I've got my smoke screen ready. As I was saying, just with my light AV and my tank, I've got my smoke screen with both of them just because it is really effective, because a lot of people love the javelin nowadays and locking onto you, and so the most effective counter to that is smoke screen. You can use smoke screens quite frequently. I don't know the exact time specifics for it, but trust me, you can use her very, very frequently. I think we're about to finish the game, actually. Yeah, we are. Just a few more points ticking down. And I'm actually at the top of the list, so you guys can probably see that. Most points, and there we go. So if you actually want to get the most possible points in a game, it's all about capping the enemy territory and killing the most people as you possibly can and staying alive and stuff like that, right? Just being effective. And there you go, top of the team for me and the MVP for the entire game. There we go, just all the medals and ribbons coming in. Maintenance efficiency, flag attacker, flag defender as well. Wow, okay. Didn't know I was defending that many flags. Conquest winner and MVP ribbon. Woohoo! There you guys go. So that's how to play more efficiently and more optimally, more effectively and whatnot, right? Okay, so I'll be getting on to the feedback in just a moment. Alright guys, so let's get on to the feedback. I'm going to be starting off with a few positive messages from last time. So my question that I asked you guys was, what is your opinion so far about the Back to Karkand Map Pack? And well, let's start with let's actually go from top to bottom, we'll say. I know it's supposed to be bottom to top because this is the YouTube comments. I'm just stealing straight from the YouTube comments, but here we go. Alright, so Boriska808 says, the map pack is great. I'm still disappointed that DICE didn't release other good maps like Kubra Dam, Dalian Plant, Great Wall, and Dragon Valley. Unfortunately guys, as I mentioned in my last cast, I've not played Battlefield 2 or Battlefield 2 Bad Company, so I can't even mention anything about that. I'm glad you're happy, Boriska, about the map pack. DICE probably did put quite a bit of effort into it. Obviously, it's stolen sort of from the old Battlefields, but then again, they did render them a bit more modern and change them a little bit. So let's be happy on that. So we'll toast to that, right? London Smee, should I say, says this is a great tested, tried-tested map set. Maybe it should have came with the game complete other than limited edition. It brings back hours of gameplay with Battlefield 2. Okay, fair enough. So he enjoys it as well. It should have came with the game complete other than limited edition. What does that mean? So as in just a normal game? Maybe. It's actually a nice bonus that they're giving us this map pack for free, considering so many other games charge for the DLC. So it's actually really nice that Battlefield 3 or DICE has given us this map pack for free. I'm not sure about the future ones. I believe we're actually going to have to pay for the future ones, but at least one of them is free, right? A good sort of treat for us faithful to the Battlefield scene. Now, Mr. Minecraft Fox says, map pack is great. Feels miles more like Battlefield compared to the other Battlefield 3 maps. Also, judging a map on how good or bad your team does is not the best mindset. I know it's incredibly easy to do. Wake Island, for example, is one of the greatest maps ever in the Battlefield series. Top video, Krebs. See you in the Battlefield, hopefully. I have not seen you in the Battlefield, so we still have to meet somewhere on that battlefield. Hopefully not with our guns pointed at each other. But I'm glad you enjoy it as well. Basically, what I said in the last cast was that I had some bad experiences on the new maps just because I was getting absolutely steamrolled. It wasn't even a fair fight. We were just getting absolutely steamrolled, so it wasn't really that fun, and I was just had some bad opinions. However, now that I've got a lot more experience, I'll tell you guys my opinions in just a few minutes after we're finished all of these comments. I'll let you guys know what I think. Now, on to something a little bit more pessimistic. We've got Dark Matter 61 coming out with, I honestly feel completely raped by EA right now. Why? raped is a bit of a harsh word, don't you think? Because I feel that they what they promised us, big open maps and destruction features, they actually gave it only if you paid an extra. Even the most urban-oriented map of Battlefield 3 doesn't feature as much enterable buildings as Gulf of Oman or Strike at Karkand. While I agree the amount of camp spots is horrible on Gulf of Oman, I feel that the gameplay mechanics should take the blame here. Now, I'm not sure if Dark Matter didn't actually have enough experience, just the same as me. Maybe he's changed his mind ever since. I'm not exactly sure. To be honest, I take back my my opinions and what I said about the Gulf of Oman being a camping map. I really don't think it's that bad. Maybe if it depends what modes you play on. But on Conquest, I've actually been really enjoying it. I don't really see that many camping, so that's absolutely fine with me. Now, I'm not exactly sure why he doesn't really like it so much. Yes, he did have to pay a little bit more for the limited edition, but then again, you got DLC for free, and you know, you got, I don't know what else you got. You got some extra bonuses. I can't remember what you got with the limited edition. You got like some extra guns or something. Why not? Fair enough. But basically, I think that really there's nothing bad to say about this map pack. Yes, it's the same maps from previous Battlefields, but then again, they're brought up to speed with Battlefield 3, and they're really, really fun. I've really been enjoying them. Now, I've actually got an essay, so on to the next comments. I've actually got a huge essay from Full Metal Jacket Man. I bet he likes that movie. Now, we're going to actually start from the bottom to the top, because for whatever reason, that is why YouTube puts their comments. So, from the bottom to the top, Strike at Karkand is much the same in map layout, but the dynamics of it have completely changed. Most of the buildings were not enterable in Battlefield 2, let alone destructible. Now that most of them can not only be entered, but also flattened, I feel that the map is much more of a true urban combat experience instead of mid-long range firefights that we fought down the street, blah, yada, yada, yada. Fair enough. Right, so apparently, obviously, as I said, I haven't played the previous Battlefields, so I wouldn't actually know, but apparently in the old ones you couldn't destroy the buildings. Now, I'm actually really happy that you can destroy the buildings in this one. However, I still want to add in my piece of cake, my piece of pie, or slice of pie, whatever you want to say, in that I wish everything was destructible, even the skyscrapers and the cranes. I know maybe that would take a lot of rendering or something. I have absolutely no idea. I don't think it would be that long, but I really do wish that everything was destructible. Literally every single thing would be destructible. He goes on to say that Gulf of Oman demands close infantry vehicle cooperation. Alright. And it is a vehicle saturated map and does favor recon in the central open portion of the map. Having played this in Battlefield 2 when the cranes were also indestructible, I don't have a problem with any of this. It plays out quite similarly. I'm not as in love with this as Karkand, but I still enjoy it. Sharky with Karkand now has enterable, destroyable buildings, not like Oman. It plays out very much the same as it did before. Now, I actually love all of these maps. I don't know, I'm just still gonna go with my point of I wish literally everything was destructible. Maybe it would be a bit difficult to destroy the cranes because they are quite massive things, but you know, I wish it was destructible. Maybe it would take like aircraft, rockets or something to take them down. I don't know, but I wish it was, right? He also goes on to say Weak Islands is map from the first Battlefield game. So Full Metal Jacket Man really wrote me quite an essay here. He's just analyzing this game right on throughout and just telling us what his opinions are and how you should play these maps. In that game, it was based on the actual Battle of Wake Island, where the Japanese launched the amphibious landing against the American garrison. It was also reintroduced in Battlefield 2. 2 tips for Wake: you need to be landing people all over the island, spread the enemy forces out. Also, your pilots need to be good. That's what was happening to me in my last game, or not my last game. In the last cast, basically, I based my opinions on a horrible steamrolled game that we got steamrolled in, obviously. Basically, these enemy aircrafts were destroying all of our aircrafts. We couldn't even land on the beaches. It was so damn horrible. We were just getting absolutely owned. So I actually changed my opinion yet again with Wake Island, because once you actually do spread out your forces and have good pilots in the air, then it becomes a lot more fun, because you know it's a cool map. I mean, a lot of ocean, not so much land, just thin stretches of lands, and it's actually a really nice map. Pretty cool. Definitely synonymous with the Battlefield 3 scene, right? He finishes off with one last thing, Krebs. Many of these old Battlefield 2 maps were designed with a slower, methodical pace in mind, because that's how everyone played the game. As you said yourself, you are the up close and personal type. you need to slow down and also check everywhere for enemies. There are so many places to watch, but you need to see to if you want to get somewhere without dying. That is critical in Wake. It is very open, so rushing players like yourself often die. Situational awareness is the key. You know, I actually agree with that. If I was supposed to give people advice from my own perspective, I would actually say, yes, you need to be careful. But I don't know, you guys just watched the game I was playing. I was being absolutely mad, going about everywhere in my Jeeps and just sprinting to places in the open, and that done me fine. I got MVP, right? It's usually fine for me. I'm a very aggressive player. I kill people before they can kill me, and that's just how I like to play, right? So I don't know, I have to agree with that to some extent, probably for other people, but not for me. Sorry, with Full Metal Jacket, I can't agree with that for myself. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the feedback and the episode. Yeah, that's all the comments I will go through. And of course, until next time, guys, I'll probably do a question episode next time. I mean, it would make sense. But of course, until next time, guys, hope you had a very nice Christmas. I hope you're gonna have a nice New Year, and of course, hopefully I'll see you on the battlefield. But until then, guys, have a very, very nice day. Bye-bye.